Now, this was a strange accusation. This chapter of why comic readers suck is that we don't like independent comic books. Are you kidding me? Right now, people who are complaining a lot about comic books in general, about it anyway, are reading independent comic books, or they're going to the Indiegogos or manga, which I would dare say is neither Marvel or DC for the most part. Anywho, we do have a little bit to say about that, and we do kind of promote a couple of independent comic books. Me, one that came out years ago that you really should search down. So kick back, relax, let's get this party started.
I know you're gonna dig this.
Number 4 is not giving indie comics a chance. Are you freaking kidding me? Are you like you're talking mainstream right there. You're not talking about people who are OG, CG, or I know there's tons of people in the chat, and God bless them. We lost somebody who was a big champion of independent comic books. A lot of people are jumping ship on Marvel and DC, and they're headed to independent comic bookville. Let me read this off here. I started talking before I read what the bull crap they're going to say. Every month, small companies release brilliant indie comics, spearheaded by companies like Image, Dark Horse, Boom. Awa, by the way, has quickly become my favorite. That and Hardcase. There's a thriving ecosystem of indie creators. The crowdfunding scene has gifted the industry with a variety of voices. And while some indie creators eventually join Marvel or DC, I see it going the other direction mostly. Their most unique work is wholly their own. Indie comics tell a variety of stories beyond normal superhero fare, showcasing the comics medium's versatility and power. Indie comics have everything, but many fans never give them a chance. Books like Saga are praised and beloved by mainstream fans. However, there are a million other indie comics out there fans are missing out on. A large portion of the fandom doesn't stray beyond the big two. Most obvious borders, and won't even read comics like The Sandman, The Invisible.
Yeah. So what? More.
Wait, hold on. I've got to stop right there. Does
What?
anybody see a problem with that last line?
Oh, that he mentions Vertigo books as indies?
They're independent comics. You got to read independent comics like Sandman, The Invisibles, or Preacher. Yeah, all DC Vertigo comics. But he's saying they're not reading them because they're superhero. Why didn't you list a whole bunch of freaking independent comic books, dumbass? That was your whole point.
Yeah, you could have listed
What's
stuff
up, RDV?
like Firepower. Recent stuff like Local Hero, Ice Cream Man. I mean, just the gamut. He goes to DC Vertigo, and understand too. Of course, you have to read the right indies. Only ones that he would approve of, because God forbid if I go and plunk down money to get Isom or Cyberfrog, those would be the wrong kind of indies.
Hey, you get Common America, and you get attacked on both sides. You'll get CG going after you, as well as the hateful left.
Yeah.
All right.
Which is funny because you actually see it all the time. Because they say, "Oh, this is the guy who ripped off Donald Trump and made the manga book."
Oh, dang! Yeah. Next time I have some money, I saw that on Amazon. They've got a few copies of Bunderdome.
Yeah.
I never, not Bunderdome. What is his name?
It's POTE Thump.
President Thump. That's it. Yeah.
Well, no, I know what the book you're talking about. Hold on a sec. I'll be right back.
He's gonna go get it. There you go, cartoons. But understand, this is what we're talking about today. So we're gonna go through this.
First hour and 10 minutes. Let's go home.
Yeah.
So who's complaining about indies?
Okay, so what this is 10 reasons why comic book. Now they call it something different. It's worst aspects of comic book fandom. I call it why comic fans suck. That's basically what this has been.
Yeah.
The big two don't publish indie books. That's why they're called the big two. That is the truth. Yes. I don't understand why they didn't go on. You know what? There were a couple of great independent comic books that came out that I tried to with no success get people into. One was called Meth the Immortal. It was about an immortal pig. He ate the blood of Christ on the mount after they pull Christ down from the cross. He comes up and he's licking the blood of Christ, and he ends up being immortal thanks to that. There's also a book about a guy who's in a rowboat. You would think, oh, okay, how are you going to make a book about a guy in a rowboat? But he's trying to get to his friend at a lighthouse because there's been kind of an alien attack. It turns out it's not aliens, but it's called Hag. It's a 3-issue horror comic that was just brilliant.
If it's called Hag and it's a horror comic, I'm expecting some old lady does, with a rolling pin.
Not with a rolling pin, but a cross between the Trench from Aquaman and the Witch from Left 4 Dead. More like that. Yeah. I remember England Teen pushing Stray Dogs. Yeah, I know, right? If you want to
catch up Tony Fleeks, he's actually working with Tim Seeley, and they're actually doing a comic called The Local Man, which surprisingly is good.
I tried to get people into meth. That is true. Evil Black Cat.
Into traffic.
But yeah, I was trying to push Stray Dogs. Yep, and heroin.
Evil Black Cat, I should let you know, I came across a black cat. It was dead on the side of the road. So
okay,
so people are attacking black cats
is showing
now.
off his Walmart.
Okay. Yeah, and
did England Teen push Man-Eaters? No, sir. I did do bad comic beatdown of 2 of the issues for Man-Eaters.
We pushed the Chelsea King Mockingbird.
But the whole thing about this, the independent comic books, no, I'm sorry, Big Two, but everybody's making the shift. You're sucking, and we're finding all sorts of cool things to read in the independent, independent medium there.
It is. With this whole Night Terror thing coming out now, it's basically Future State Part 2 for me. I don't care anything about Night Terror. It's 2 months, an event that's going to cross over everything, except for, get this, the Mark Waid's World's Finest Batman Superman story, and also he's also doing a World's Finest Teen Titans, which is the same thing. It's another Silver Age. So if you actually are looking for comics that you want to read, Mark Waid's are actually pretty good. You got some good DC stuff coming out. So, but I'm loving it though, because I don't have to buy Green Arrow, I don't have to buy Green Lantern, or even some of the Batman books, because they're pushing that crap. So where money goes to? Buying back issues.
Cool. I'm like that now anyway. I want to spend my money on back issues, not on new books. As you can see, there's a lot of independent comic books for you to check out. Once again, the Indiegogos are popular among people. It's just, did you tag me, or is that a feather again? Right there. Yeah, that's a feather. It's my bird. He sheds. Okay, anywho, let's get back to business. Once again, there's a lot of independent comic books good to check out. I would say, like, Usagi Yojimbo, one of the greatest independent books of all time. That's going well. The Turtles are pretty good. The main title, anyway, I can vouch for. I really don't go all over the place. Unlike Twiddles, who is now just crawling all over the place. Alrighty. So, by all means, you know, I think this is probably the weakest. I mean, there's been some weak arguments in this particular list, but that could possibly be the weakest. Alrighty, kiddo. Yeah, you go on over there. You be fine. So, anyway, try something new. That's it, you know. Don't stick to the big two. Try something new. But that's just my opinion. What is yours? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to click like, share, subscribe. If you don't mind. Oh, and hit that notification bell. Cool things happen around these parts. Don't want to miss anything. Also, if you don't mind helping out the channel, going over to Ko-Fi, drop $1 in the till. Little tip jar there. I'd like to thank everybody who's already done that, and to everyone, all of the true believers. Thank you very, very much for watching.
Dig this.